We're on the Conewago Trail in Mountjoy Township in Lancaster County. It's 5 miles long and it runs to Mount Gretna in Lebanon County. This is a section of the trail at the beginning in Elizabethtown. It includes this beautiful 155-acre tract, and it was up for development by a commercial real estate developer, and the Conservancy felt that after 10 years they really had to make their move. So we're working hard to protect this 155 acres, which includes the Conewago Creek, beautiful upland forest, and the farm fields as well.
You know, we were just talking about the corn, and then in the fall sometimes we'll walk way out there because it's all down in that. And Henry likes to explore, don't you, Henry?
Yeah.
This trail here once a week. I do it for my health.
You know, there's a bunch of studies that show that being outside helps us emotionally, spiritually, physically. There are health practitioners that are starting to prescribe time outside for our physical well-being, but also for our mental well-being.
You see all the warehouse construction going on down the road, don't you? I don't know what's coming in there, but there's a lot of warehousing coming in. There's enough roads around, enough warehouse. It's one of the 3 biggest hubs for transportation. You can land anything at the airport within 5 hours. You're within 90 million people.
The real estate market is at an all-time peak since I've been working to protect lands. And that means the prices are higher. It means the demand is greater. It's only recently that we've been in a position where we're able to purchase and protect this and continue our work with Mountjoy Township and Londonderry Township to restore the Conewago.
Lancaster County is the hot spot in the Chesapeake Bay watershed. And what we're looking at is identifying these critical locations within a watershed where we can restore these streams and floodplains.
No one organization, no one entity, no one person has all the answers and can do it alone. And we realize that, we recognize the fact that we've got to work together.
Mountjoy and Londonderry Township, because they're each on either side of the stream, really needed to work together on this, and they have. They've created a great partnership in identifying this project as a major restoration.
We're in the middle of an extinction crisis. We're losing bat species, we're losing insect species, we're losing bird species. And as we see climate change, as we see our local environment changing, it's critically important that organisms, animals, have the ability to move from place to find those right kinds of conditions.
This is a critical piece because it's a connector piece. If you keep hiking down the Conewago Trail, you're going to come to our Donegal Highlands Nature Preserve, and there's access to it directly off the trail. If you continue along down a little bit further, we have the Bel Air Woods, another smaller preserve that was one of our early ones that we protected within this region.
It's hot today. It's going to be over 100 degrees. I think everyone's talking about climate change. By restoring these systems that provide the resiliency from a flooding standpoint and improve the water quality, we're really getting ourselves into a position where we're able to be a more resilient community.
This is obviously, it's an impacted stream. It's far from pristine. Pretty typical for Lancaster County, but there's still this amazing amount of life in here, and it gives us a lot of motivation for protecting and restoring this kind of system. And if this were to convert to a warehouse or a subdivision with all that impervious surface, right, all those rooftops, all those driveways, even lawn is considered impervious surface. That doesn't allow rainwater to soak back into the ground. All that runoff carries all the pollutants that kill that kind of life.
I think one of the main things is really the public education aspect of it. The opportunity for environmental education, being able to bring kids out here. Part of the design is to create a trail system that runs through the restoration. You'll be able to see the wetlands and then also the upland kind of meadows, wildflower meadows, warm season grass meadows that are going to be planted in the upland areas. So you really get that diversity of ecosystems with the trail system that's going to run through this project.
We're losing habitat to warehouses and subdivisions. As the Conservancy protects that land forever, we protect that habitat forever.
We need to protect areas like this for our future generations so that we have land that we could grow crops on, we can raise animals, we can have clean water, clean air.
The fact that the Conservancy is involved from both being able to protect all of this land and also to be able to manage it from a stewardship standpoint over the long term is a huge component of these projects.
What motivates me is to work towards that balance, to make sure that we have enough natural lands protected so that we can protect habitat, so that we can address climate change, but also so we can provide healthy outdoor activities for the residents of the region. As we connect these pieces of fragment forest, we provide more connections for habitat, for humans, for restoring our planet.